Hello guys, welcome to Pro Mixing and Mastering. In this tutorial, I'm gonna show you how to make a gospel praise beat, like the modern type gospel praise beats, and basically sounds like this. All right, so what did I do? I first started with empty drum kick. I used this kick right here, and it sounds like this. Crusher cymbals, some crusher. So when you come to mix, let me just come to the kick and then raise it up a little bit. So this one right here is my drumming, and this is how the drumming sounds like. Let me just solo everything. So this is gonna be solo, this is gonna be solo, this is gonna be muted. This is gonna be muted. This is basically this, a cymbal. So there is a cymbal right there, and then let's go back. This is a cymbal, and this. Let me mute it. And this is a crusher. And this crusher is basically the right crusher. And we have also, I have a kick. My kick is basically this one. This one here. Yeah, and when you combine them, they sound like this. We have this one right here. There's one more that I want to show you. This one. I know you've heard most of the songs were by like Sinatra. So it's just a tone, like a lower tone that I used. And of course, the tone, like the lower tone, this tone right here, let me show you, is panned to the right. And basically, this is the right way to do it. Panned a little bit to the right. So I have my tone panned to the right for more space. Then I have my right just a little bit, 26% to the right as well. And the crusher is panned 41% to the left. It's a crusher. So basically all the drums are panned, and the hi-hat is panned to the left, which is 30% to the left. And then this is the hi-hat open hat, and this one is the hi-hat closed, and it's panned to 31. Then the hi-hat opened is panned to 30. Then the snare is just on the middle. You don't have to pan the snare, and the kick too is on the middle. You don't have to pan your kick. And the other China cymbals are panned to the right, 36. So the crashers, two crashers to the left, to the right, and one crasher to the left. And basically this is like my kick drum, and then from there I have this. It's like just a sample, and it sounds like this. Yeah, so just a stick or a percussion stick. Yeah, and then I have hypersonic bright natural drums. These are really nice. They are a replacement for this, and it sounds like this. So it's gonna hit harder. And then I have a crusher, which is like a spreader. Then I have I wanted to use this crusher, but I never used it anyway, so I can take it out for now. So the next I have in pattern number 2, I have strings. Now, if you want to have a good gospel beat or instrumental, make sure you don't like plot your instruments. I played this using a MIDI keyboard, and they sound good because there is a touch. As you can see, there are certain places where I was a little bit higher, and certain places I was a little bit lower. So it had a touch on. So I used a live MIDI keyboard, and these are the strings. One pad from this is a one pad from Purity, like Sonic one pad. I sent all these to a mixer. Here they are. And then next I have Keyzone. This is Keyzone Classic. Yamaha Grand Piano. A very good keyboard. If you don't have a sustain pedal, you can just come on release and put it there, and it will sustain the notes. Without it, once you put it on release, sustain works very nice, and it has reverb, just to give it that reverb sound. Very nice. And these I played them live. I did not plot. I played. What happens sometimes when you do plotting, they don't sound human. They just sound too noisy. So if you want to have like good sounding pianos, just which sound really nice, a touch is there, and a good instrumental, make sure you use your MIDI keyboard. I used my MIDI keyboard on this one, and this is why they sound like this. So this is a MIDI keyboard. I played all these. Then next what I played in was this from it's the same keys, just to back up the first piano. So there is a first piano backed up by this. All right, then next I I think this is the end of my pattern. I have this one right here, Nexus. And this one is, gospel songs, they really like, most of them, they add in fantasies, those things that sound like bells. Dun, dun, dun. So I added that, I played it in, and sounds like this. Basically, this one is Fantasy and Dream from Nexus, Fantasy Bell Pad 3. That's the one that I used. And then I also used this one to back up the first Fantasy. And this one was like played 1-1-1. And then there is this one. A backup of Fantasy. Then after that, I just sent some of the instruments that I felt like need to be sent to the mixer. I sent them to this mixer, FL20 mixer. Nexus was sent to FL20 mixer. Then I reduced the volume a little bit, balancing of the instrumental, and this basically is what I did to balance those ones. The next, I played in a guitar, and this is the guitar, this one right here. That's not noise, that's the effect of the guitar. So, and then I also played in this is a sample that I put in, and it's from one of the African percussions, and it sounds like this. It's playing in time because I put it on stretch, and then I did like set, come here, and then put it in the right time. Sounds great, dope, right? Then there is this lead guitar. Yeah, and the rest are just guitars that I had to play in, even here, right here. A little bit crunchy. Very nice. I added effects on that one. Just check out the video on how to like make your guitar sound far. And then we have this other one right here. So this is the guitar line, and then there is another rhythm right here. This is like a rhythm guitar, more like acoustic, although I used the lead guitar, a rhythm guitar I mean. So basically that's what I did, and then I sent everything to the mixer. I did balance up the lead 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, which is like 1, 2 and 3 that side. Then I had to put in some few ins. Like I love this few in right here, this one right here. Then a crusher comes in through this guy right here, through empty drum kit like this. Yeah, this one right here. That one right there. Then what I did was to, once I was done with the few ins or the rollings, I made sure that I separated the verse, the intro, then the chorus, verse, small verse, and then there is like a bridge, and then the rest just ends like that. So basically, guys, this is how you make a gospel praise beat, and sounds like this. Then I have a shaker, which is like one of the samples, one of my samples, this one right here, one of the samples in Afro Samples. So it's a good shaker for it to play in time. I had to stretch it, just come on it, come to stretch, and then come to time, and then make it like match with the other the other instruments. Like for example, if the first instrument starts from here and ends here and it comes here, just make sure it matches in with the other instrument in time. So basically guys, this is how you make a gospel praise beat. If this video has helped you, don't forget to like it, and also don't forget to subscribe. In the empty power drum kit, I added in parametric EQ2. I just wrote off a little bit of the unwanted frequency, and then in the Nexus, I had to add an EQ and shaped the bells, the fantasy, the way I wanted it to be shaped. I removed the low and then removed the high and just increased a little bit of some presence, and also here boosted up a little bit just to make the fantasy sound great, like this. So I used this. Without this, they sound like this. Yeah, but I wanted them to have some body and also like to sound brighter. Much better, right? Than what I did was Fruity compressor. I used Fruity compressor to just compress them a little bit, just a little bit, and then Keyzone, I added a Fruity compressor on my piano so that they can sound like this. So without compression on, they sound like this. In the back, right? Yeah. So I wanted it like the piano to be glued together, so I added a Fruity compressor. Whenever you want to glue your piano, throw in a compressor. Sound great, right? Then apart from that, on Purity, which are the strings, these are the strings right here. Let me show you what I put there. Purity, this one. the rhythm guitar, I had to put parametric EQ. So this is the rhythm guitar, this one right here. This one right here, I had to put in without parametric EQ. So I had to EQ it a lot, remove all this low end up to here, and then cut a little bit around 2916, and also boosted up around 6282. Without parametric EQ, sounds like this. Too bassy. I was thinking of accommodating the bass, the kicks, and also the toms. So I had to raw off that low end for the rhythm to sound like that. Then also, apart from that, after the EQ, I had to compress it. So without all this, they sound like this. Sound muddy and also overloaded with those unwanted frequencies. So with this, then I also added a reverb 2, just to give it more room in the background. And then the leads, I added a fruity compressor, fruit delay. Check out the video that I did on how to like make your guitar sound far. Then basically, guys, that's what I did to the balancing of the instrumental. Then from there, I exported the instrumental. Check out the video that I did on the mixing on this one, and I'll let you guys know when the song is ready. And once I was done, I exported it. I exported it. I came on export, then I came to wave export. Then I set it on 24 bit, exported it to Cubase, and then allowed my artist to sing from there. I'll see you in the next one.